When he gave some suggestions and Mitladi is not ready to ready for those suggestions, so he just gave one another suggestion. Then her husband suggested that she could go to her friend Ma'am Foster and ask her to lend some jewelry. Mitladi become happy again because she liked that idea. She went to Mrs. Ma'am Foster house and the next day and said that she was stressed about the party and the jewelry. Ma'am Foster went to her closest and brought out her jewel box. Ma'am Foster asked her to choose for herself whatever she wanted. She first saw some bracelet and then some pearl collars and then Venetian across the gold and jewels. She was not able to decide what to take and what to leave. So she asked Ma'am Foster if she have anything else that she could wear. To this, Ma'am Foster replied that she could herself take a look and choose something suitable. She then saw a superb diamond necklace kept in the black stain box. She took it out with her tremble hands and wore it. She was overjoyed with the necklace and looked very beautiful. She asked her friend if she could lend her to the diamond necklace. Ma'am Foster consented to it. She fell upon the necklace to her friend, embarrassed her with passion, then went away with her treasure. The day of the ball arrived. Ma'am Loisel was a great success. She was the prettiest of all, elegant, gracious, smiling and full of joy. All the men noticed her, asked her name and wanted to present. She danced with enthusiasm, intoxicated with the pleasure, thinking of nothing but all this admiration. The victory so complete and sweet to her heart. She went some towards for the 4 o'clock in the morning. Her husband had been half asleep in one of the little saloon since midnight, with the three other gentlemen whose wives were enjoying themselves much, very much. He threw around her shoulders and modest wrap they had carried those poverty crashed with the elegance of the ball costumes. He wished to hurry away in order not to be noticed by the other women who were wrapping themselves in the rich furs. Loises detained her. Wait, said he. I am going to call the cab. But she could not listen and descended the steps rapidly. When they were in the street, they found no carriage, and they began to seek for one. Hailing the coachman whom they saw at the distance, they walked along towards the river, hopeless and shivering. Finally, they found one of the old carriage and the one of the sea in the Paris after nightfall. It took them all the far in the door, and they went wearily up to the apartment. It was all over for her, and on this part, her remembered that he would have to be at the office in the 10 o'clock. She removed the wrap from her shoulder before the glass for the final view of herself in her glory. Suddenly she uttered a cry. Her necklace was not around her neck. Loises, already half undressed, asked, What's the matter? So she said that I lost the necklace. Mr. Loisel was Mutladi hugged his friend affection and left her house. And the day of part, so what happened? She was just thinking about all those things happened. So both the husband and wife was very much shocked. Then they start remembering the things what happened, where they have lost the necklace, and they are in the search. They are very much stressed first of all, and they start going to be searched. First of all, they search in all the folds of the dress and the chalks or and in the pockets but could not find it. Madame Loisel then asked her if she remembered having to be while they were leaving the minister's house where she had just wore at the last. So Madame Loisel said that she had remembered having it to on as she had felt while leaving the House of Minister. Mr. Loisel said that if it would have fallen on the street, then they would have heard the sound of it falling, but they did not hear anything, which means that it must have fallen in the cab. To this, she replied that it would be possible that what he said was right, and asked him to be noted down the number of car. Both of them had not seen the number of the carriage. They were let down by that had just happened. Mrs. Loisel's dress up again to go on look on the track. They were walking. She remained at home wearing the evening gown, whereas her husband went out to search in the necklace. Mrs. Loisel's return uh, at around 7 in the morning and announced that he had not found anything. Then he went to the police station and he just go for the complaint that he has lost the necklace of her wife in the carriage.